Welcome in, psych.
Oh. Is this the new? Is this the same group?
This is the same album, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I've just been on a kicker,
That's
dude.
all I do is listen to this.
Yeah, dude.
I got Jan on it at the gym, and this song is.
Oh,
good.
is she liking it too?
Dream on, yeah,
dude. This one I feel like is such. This one makes me. Okay, I'm sorry. Hold on. Welcome into the JJ and Pug Show. It is August 4th, recording from the Highland Communities Podcast Studios. This is a cover by the band Bless the Fall. All one word. Because, of course, you know, early 2000s, you have to be weird about the way you say your name or spell your name. So you got to make it so that nobody can find it. It's got to be impossible.
Of course. Why would you want to be easy?
Yeah, it's like the way Fall Out Boy used to name all the tracks of their songs. They would be like a full sentence, and they would have nothing to do with the song. It's like, come on, guys, grow up.
Like Fat Lip.
Fat Lip.
There is nothing in that song. There's nothing
about a Fat Lip.
Nothing in there about Fat Lip.
What's crazy, though, is we all know the name of that song.
Yeah.
And we all know exactly what song that is.
So they did a good job.
They did a good job.
Yeah.
But anyway, this one is a solid rendition of Dream On, right? Originally done by Aerosmith. But this one makes me feel like I'm watching a movie where the war is about to start.
Just waiting.
Yeah, dude, it's raining outside. The troops are all lined up. You got a captain going up and down, giving them the speech.
What's that movie? Hang on. What is the... Oh my gosh, the HBO series. The popular medieval thing.
Oh, Game of Thrones.
Yeah, when Jon Snow's at the end, when he's going to that war, like this would be a perfect song.
But this is the one where like, listen, there's the drums, listen.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
so you don't hear the guy actually yelling. You just see the intensity in his face.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the fear in some of the soldiers' eyes. Other guys getting... Yeah, dude, this song gets it fired up, dude. It's got a nice, good, slow build.
Did you see Aerosmith called it quits? They're done.
Finally. Wow, I did.
I saw a thing. I think a whole 4-paragraph little thing on Facebook. I think it was saying that they're officially calling it quits.
Well, I mean, the guys are in their 70s.
Well, I mean, and dude, almost for them to even still be performing is crazy. I mean,
it is.
When Rolling Stones was here, it was crazy just a few months ago, where they were set Mick Jagger's up there tweaking on the stage, but he's still functioning.
Yeah, he is.
Which is really crazy. It's the secret to it, I guess, living when you're old, dude.
Dude, one of the things that's also just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense how those guys who lived the way they lived are alive still functioning at a high level versus those other people who've taken care of themselves. I mean, I'm not trying to I don't know what I'm saying here. All I know is healthy people that drop dead of a heart attack out of the blue. While these other guys who lived hard on drugs
hookers and blow.
Yeah,
that's what it is, dude.
I guess
they're all on blow for sure. There's no way that he could be up there dancing the way he's dancing. I mean, he can't sit still,
especially through the 80s.
Yeah,
maybe now, no, but definitely during that.
Sure. But definitely during that time, the beginning. Oh yeah, everybody was.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know if I need to bleep out cocaine or not. Do I need to bleep that out?
No. That's an educational word. It's a real thing. It's not like it's a bad thing.
Well, I mean, so are the words we have to bleep out. Those are real words.
Well, I know, but that's not a swear word. Cocaine.
No, it's true.
Do we say meth? Do we say marijuana? Anything we're talking about? It's the same idea. Cocaine is cocaine.
I don't know what the parameters are when I go to upload this thing that makes me check the boxes to whether or not there's any explicit material.
I don't think that's explicit.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, I do. I could say I got a whole vocabulary for it that I don't use.
Yes. No, I know that. What I'm saying is I don't know what that expands to. What's the parameters for it? How big is it? Is it small?
Isn't it kind of sad that in today's world we don't know because of what they allow happen?
Yeah.
I mean, they let things get out of control on TV now. It's unreal what you can see on TV, especially that FX channel and stuff. If you wait till later at night, just anything after 9 o'clock is fair game, except for maybe the F word. But I think even that slips in there.
Sometimes is in there, dude. What's crazy to me, it really is crazy to me when you think about it. It's if you're on social media flipping through reels, you're going to hear the F word over and over and over and over. And that's not regulated.
Nope.
Yet, if they slip once on the radio with that is an FCC fine. Those guys might be suspended for a week without pay. All that kind of stuff.
It's crazy.
And who listens to the radio anymore? You know what I mean? But who's on their phone constantly flipping through reels, TikTok, whatever it is you're using? You're getting blasted with that crap all the time.
It's constant.
But
it's weird how the I guess the pendulum swings with what's acceptable and not based on what you're looking at or who's doing it or why is radio stations regulated but this stuff isn't.
But this isn't.
Everybody's got. I would argue that this is probably your phone is probably more accessible to crap than the radio is.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But we don't censor any of that stuff. And your algorithm, as soon as you watch one of those things
and
a little too long,
just a little too long,
your algorithm is constant. And I mean, it goes like Alex's dad. All my reels are food because of you. Because all I do is send it. And so she comes and sits next to me. No, she comes and sits next to me and she's like, look, boom, boom. And then every scroll is some kind of food recipe or something. And I'm like, well, you shouldn't watch them. I don't know what to tell you. That's it. I said, what do you want your algorithm to be? I don't know, but not that.
See, that's the thing is like, I'm one of those people I'm scared to hit the search button. You know what I mean? Like if you go on to Instagram and you hit the search page, I'm afraid to go there because I know what they're going to show me as a mid-30-year-old man. I know what's going to pop up as like, you may be interested in this. Of course I'm interested. I'm very interested.
Man, you're going to clickbait.
Exactly.
Boom, yeah.
I don't want to be, but I am. So I mean, it's like my buddy was messaging me the other day. He's like, hey, just be real with me. Is Instagram more explicit to you now than it was before? He's like, because I feel like it is straight up porn now. Like I feel like I don't do anything different. I'm like, I don't hit search, so I have no idea.
So like, I don't see TikTok is its own world. Like there's some dark stuff on TikTok, but Instagram, I don't see anything super bad. Like I like the nudity parts, I guess, because I don't search anything maybe, or I haven't watched one of them yet long enough. Maybe, you know,
it's probably
whatever it is. I don't know, but I don't. When people say like I can't even remember seeing anything like that nude. Maybe a butt or something, but not. I don't like. But people say they're all over it. And I'm like, well, I've never seen it.
So I had to say this. I'm
going to see it now because our phones are
talking about it.
Dang it!
See, I haven't seen what he was talking to me about. I have not seen that, but I have seen where it's like when I'm flipping through reels, I'll get one where I'm like, oh dang, like. That's allowed, and then you have to constantly tell yourself, "Don't linger, don't linger,
don't linger."
Go on, scroll.
What's
next? And so, like, I'm sitting over here doing these thumb motions that people can see. You know what I mean? But like, it's just you just have to be like constantly vigilant about it, and it's really kind of annoying because it's like, why can't I just go on there in the settings and just say no? I don't want that.
You can do some of that stuff where it like it'll filter. Yeah, but maybe that's why. Because I'll tell you right now, like I have all that on. Where it's like, but not. It's not even like. It's not like it doesn't. It says not to show you. It just tells you like to restrict some of that.
It's like a strong filter.
Something like that. And
whoops, sorry, y'all.
Possible, but no. But that I have on maybe that's why. But I don't know, dude.
See, I want to say if I went to mine and checked it, because I remember somebody telling me this is what you got to do in order to have a stronger filter on there, and I did it. And let's see, is it under Privacy Center? Nah, I'm not going to bother with it right now. But I know that there is one, and I did it. So I will say things have gotten much better for me, but it's still like, shoot, dude. I can't believe that they're cool with this.
Well, and that's what's crazy is we talk about with kids, right? That your kids, let's give a 10-year-old Instagram. No,
dude,
you don't understand what you're opening them up to, even with all the filters and all the things on.
Okay, we're coming off right at the top with this one. Okay, real quick.
The tradition of Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now you're going to hear about it.
Parenting influencers are the worst kind of people to get stuck on your Instagram. Here's an example. One, you just gave one right there. Let's give your child an Instagram account. No. There is an enormous amount of data out there to tell you this is a horrible idea. Keep your children off social media for as long as you possibly can. And that is not a small amount of information. It is a ton amount of information, which is crazy when you consider how new this is to human beings, right? Social media will say, 05? MySpace for the really deep people out there. Yeah. But, before that, but outside of that, it's like, we'll say like 05, 06 is when people actually started to be like recognizing it and it became a thing. So we're only talking about 20 years of data, and it is vast how strong it is in opposition to allowing your kids to have social media. Okay. But that's funny. That's not the reason why I have this grievance. One of the ones that popped up on mine, another parenting influencer showed up. Let me paint you this picture. One, it's this image of a woman, like I'm guessing it's a woman because the account was a woman, walking into the bedroom of her children. There's a bunk bed. There's nothing on the floor. It is very barren as far as what is on the bunk bed. It's pillows, bed sheets. That's it, right?
Okay.
Not a whole bunch of stuffed animals, not a bunch of crap on the walls. but she's got 2 kids in there. And then there's this huge text right all over the top of it, so you can barely see behind the text. It's all about how she's against the consumerism. And once she realized that her kids didn't need things, that they just needed a few things, they decided to just cleanse their whole house. And everybody's so much happier, and their play is quote unquote deeper than it ever was before. That's basically the gist of it. And as that text is over the top, she's filming the room, goes to the closet. There's nothing in the closet. There's not anything. And when I say nothing, I mean, there's not even clothes. Really? There's nothing in the closet. And that's the end of the reel. The one thing that I wanted to scream at this woman, the 2 kids in there, one is in the corner on the computer. The other one is sitting on the bed with a tablet.
Yeah. You don't need anything else.
Yes. Your room could be full of the coolest toys in the world. They're not going to pay attention to those. So this message you're giving is like stupidest thing. Come on, look yourself in the mirror.
We didn't need as much. No, because they have everything in the palm of their hand.
Yes, all of human history. Literally. Right there.
Everything is in the palm of their hand right now.
Dude, that stuff gets me so worked up because it is such a self-righteous brag to say like, we are so beyond consumerism. We don't, no. That stuff you bought your kids costs more than what most people buy their kids.
Yeah, no joke. Your kid would be better with a puzzle.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's just, or in a crap ton of action figures and Legos and dolls and Barbies. Like, buy them all those toys. No, the minute you give them a screen, nothing else matters.
Nothing.
And I mean, I'm not going to say like my kids don't have screens. My kids do. We try our best to limit that.
Well, of course.
But we're not crazy about it, but we do try and limit it as much as we possibly can.
Well, yeah, and we've talked about this. Like, there's certain time and place when for me, that's. Honestly, I don't agree with a kid having a tablet at a restaurant in public.
We've talked about
anything like that, right? But you do you. If that's your parenting style, quote unquote parenting style. Yeah. Sure, you do you. But I don't believe it's necessary. You just don't need it. And the problem is people just don't want to be mean, or they don't want to be parents. They want to be friends with their kids. Mm-hmm. So that's all it comes down to.
One of the things that always, especially today, I kind of marvel at the. Marble? Did I say marble?
You did say marble.
I love when I catch myself like that. Oh, dang it. It reminds me, I caught myself saying something wrong in the last episode after I'd published it, and I was so pissed at myself. I can't remember what it was, but I know somebody out there listening is like, that's not who it was. And I'm like, now I can't fix it because I didn't want to have to pull it back down, re-record, cut that bit out. Did it have
to do with that McDermott guy?
No, it was something with the sports. Oh, I said this guy played for the Rams, and it wasn't the Rams. Who were we talking about? We were talking about a professional football player who used to play for, and it was not the Rams. I said Rams, and I'm embarrassed by it.
I don't remember.
It's amazing how much I can remember of that. But anyway, so any of you that caught that, listen, I knew the minute I listened to it that I said it wrong. Jason did call me out in the middle.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Oh, well. Okay, back to this one. What was I just talking about? I got so sidetracked I can't even remember.
You jumped around like 3 different things right now.
Yeah, being angry.
Screens,
I'm just angry, dude.
All kinds of stuff.
I'm just mad about the whole like we parent better than you. Oh, I marvel. That's what
marvel.
That's right. I marvel at how often we look at the way that things have been done forever and say that was the wrong way of doing it. When it's kind of like, I don't know, you're alive, right? I mean, for example. This is one that I hear all the time because we live in Arizona. Oh, man, there's no way I can let my kids play outside. It's way too hot. And I'm looking at people who were raised here, and I'm like...
And we played outside.
We played outside.
We didn't have all the other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this. Give your kids water. We know that. Maybe bring them in for a break every once in a while. But playing outside is a pretty important part of being alive.
Playing outside in the summer down here without shoes on.
Yeah.
Like running from grass to grass as fast as you could because it burned or all that stuff, right? Like, it's weird. And the problem is it's the convenience of now that all the stuff we have within the house that kids can do. Before, we didn't have anything.
Yeah.
So technologies help with that, but it's hurt us in the same sense.
My thing is the one thing that I have to say that I know that is different for my kids than it was for me is I lived in an area, we were way off the main road. We lived off a dirt road in the middle of an agricultural field, depending on what season it was. And there were no fences. So I could just walk right over to my buddy's house across the dirt, and he and I, and there actually was 2 of them, and we would play. That's not the way that my kids live. We live with a fence on kind of a busy road. So it's not like I can just let them walk out the front door and go do whatever they want. I'm a little too concerned about that. You know,
you also have a giant backyard.
I do have a giant backyard, but that doesn't mean that the friends are in the backyard. You know what I mean? So that part is where like, okay, I can't get on my kids for, like, I can't jump on my son's throat saying, dude, get outside and play, where it's like, dude, what am I going to do? Like, I got no one to play with. For me, when I went outside, I had 2 buddies to play with, and we played all day long. We had something
disappeared
to do.
later.
Yeah, we disappeared, exactly. It was come home for lunch and dinner, and that was it. And
which is so crazy to think.
I know, but it was
just the way it was.
It's just the way it was, and we lived out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And so, like, if I remember, well, actually, I'm not going to go down that memory road. This goes all the way back to the restaurant thing, where people are always like, well, it's just easier. It's like, when you were younger, if you ever went to the restaurant with your family, you didn't have a screen. You lived. You survived.
You made do.
Yeah, and your parents probably had to yell at you every once in a while. Maybe thump you on the head with a spoon,
like
my dad did.
Crayons. They give you things to color. They give you word searches. They give you like a little connect the dots. They still do all that for kids.
Yeah.
So I don't understand what the tablet's even necessary for. Like you basically have an old school tablet with what that little piece of paper is, right? That's kind of the idea. So why take it inside? And
I love you called it an old school tablet.
Well, but because it's got the original tablet, like it's the little piece of paper that unfolds and it's got like 8 different things for you to do on it, right?
Word search, crossword puzzles,
whatever you had to do.
Connect the dot, all that kind of stuff. What mazes, little word mazes. What am I thinking of? Maybe just a maze.
Just mazes.
Yeah, just a maze. Stuff like that. Yeah, all of that is available.
That's all. To me, that stuff is better than a screen in there. But again, a lot of it just comes down to they don't want a parent. In my opinion, they don't want a parent, and it's easy. The easy way wins all the time.
Yeah, and there's something to be said for that, and that's my grievance. I saw that, and I'm like, dude, that just drives me freaking nuts to have people out there telling you the way you're supposed to be doing things while ignoring all of the massive amounts of data out there that's talking about how bad this is for your children to have them sitting in front of a screen. Oh, we took away all their toys. They have no more toys anymore. And the house is, decluttered. Yeah, now your kids are staring at a screen the whole time, not using any imagination of themselves.
Well, when you talk about, I watched a thing today about obesity in America and how 20, 30 years ago, Americans were known, in like the 80s, 90s, Americans were known as like a fit, like top of the top, like I wouldn't call them species, but a top of the top country, right? In the sense of overall human beings, the way we looked.
Yeah.
Now we're fat. We're fat. We're extremely obese because what it is you've got mindless people walking down the street, not doing anything for their health. They're stuck in front of a screen, not caring about how they feel, how they look. It doesn't matter anymore because they have everything in their, and then they're just these kids, everybody just walking with their face buried in a screen.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how much time's evolved and what we've done to ourselves.
Do you remember the movie WALL-E?
Oh yeah.
Dude, I love that movie, right? I love that movie. Do you remember the moment one of those people falls off or no, their screen breaks on their scooter?
And they get all pissed off.
Yeah, they get really mad, but then they kind of realize, wait, what's going on? Where am I? Because they've had the screen in front of them the entire time, and this scooter took them to and where they needed to go. They never had to do anything on their own. And then, like, the whole concept of them, they've gotten so fat, the bone density's gotten super small because they're just fat, and they just lounge around. And, like, the whole concept of the end of the movie is, like, they have to, like, rebuild themselves, and the ability to simply stand up is gone. And I know that it's kind of like a commentary on the way the future looks, but it kind of looks that way.
Dude, it's going to get probably worse before it gets better.
Yeah, I was going to go down a political road. I don't want to go down that road. But we talk about this often, and it's about how difficult it is to just eat healthy. And it's not because you don't want to. It's because the options to do so are not easily attainable, and they aren't affordable.
No.
While the options to eat crap and cheaply are readily available. Well, not cheaply anymore, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's definitely more affordable, and it's way easier to get. And because we are more of a give it to me now kind of, society, you don't go to the farmer's market to buy the veggies and come home and make the dinner. You stop at the drive-thru on the way home and you bring that to your kids.
Or you Grubhub.
it.
And you pay $42 for 2 sandwiches from a place that's 2 miles down the street.
Dude, we got so bad with DoorDash. We really did. And I was like, no, we got to put a cap on this.
I've never used it.
Oh, we've used it. And one of the reasons why is because we are kind of out here. You know what I mean? We're kind of a little bit further away. We've got a couple of restaurants across the hill, but they're not super
but also
great.
like, loading it. Again, it's situational because your kids are young. It's hard to just throw 3 kids in the car. They're younger.
Gotta put them in the car seat.
Yeah, we got to do all this stuff just to go grab food to come back.
So I mean, it's not one of those things we can't do.
Right.
In fact, this last couple of weeks, I've said, all right, we're not doing that anymore. We've cut that out. Probably I'd say within the last 2 months, we've really cut it down to where this last, I think it was Thursday or Friday. I'm like, hey, you know what? We've done really good. Let's DoorDash something tonight. I didn't eat it, but we DoorDashed some burros. I didn't eat it.
I haven't eaten that in so long.
Yeah, I've been trying harder. I'm not quite to that like, hey, let's like, lock it down. But I'm like, you know what? I need to get myself back into that mental mode of like saying no to things that I want. So we're getting there, dude.
Don't just enjoy life. I just cooked up so much fish today, dude. It's terrible.
Is it good though? I mean, I know that the cooking process sucks.
I don't know, dude. I'm not like, it's just, I'm not eating at all for pleasure. So I don't even think about it as good, right? Like I know I'm going to put Red Hot all over it because and I'm probably going to eat I'm going to taste Red Hot and rice, and there's going to be fish mixed in the middle a little bit, but that's it. I don't even, I'm not looking forward to tomorrow's meal at 8:00 in the morning of fish and rice. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, I'm going to say that does not sound great, but neither does chicken and rice at 8 a.m. So
chicken and rice is bomb, dude, all the time. But fish will be interesting. But
dude, I'm not willing to go down that road, but I do feel like that I need to do something like extreme in that vein just to get me down to a level which, okay, I could be happy here, and I don't need to keep going because I'm not gonna do a show. No. I would never do that. I couldn't say I would never do that. I don't want to do that.
You don't,
because I think that I could be talked into it if I'd gotten to a point where I'm like, okay, so I just got to shed another 20. All right, I can shed 20, but right now I need to shed 25 to get to where I feel like I can shed 20. So I got a little ways to go.
No. It's not fun.
And also, you do not sell it well.
Because I don't even know how I got sold it. Like I got sold it, and then I did it one time, and mine was it was a personal thing just to get to a certain point, and then you kind of like, oh, okay, I'll try it out, and then now it's like I have my number one personality trait is competitiveness, and and it's a competition to me now. Like I'm like, I want to see what I can do.
That is not always a bad thing.
And I want to win. Like that's the thing. Like right, I'm not trying to be a pro card win, but it would just be really cool to be on stage and be like the guy that walks up and you're the last one called because like, hey, you're the winner.
That would be awesome, dude. Yeah,
I don't take any gear, so I can't. And no, it's not really attainable for the shows because you can't win these shows without gear. These guys are on so much stuff, dude. Most of these guys are pushing 3 or 4 different types of gear towards the end of the show, and I can't do that. So.
That's insanity, dude. That's the kind of thing where it's like, listen, you've taken health to an extremely unhealthy level. And
it can be healthy if moderated correctly. And I use healthy lightly. The problem is it becomes abused because of the way the people feel, or because of the way the look makes them feel.
Yeah.
So they get they want more and more. And you got guys that just end up, now they're pushing growth. They're pushing Winstraw. They're pushing T-ball. They're pushing all this stuff. And you're like, bro, your heart is going to explode.
That's what I mean.
Like you can't do, like, I mean, Rich Piana is a huge example of that. He died at 45 years old. You know who Rich Piana is? No. He's the 5% Nutrition. He's like the creator of 5% Nutrition. It's a huge supplement website. But he was massive, bro. But he was pushing 2 or 3 units of growth every hour, bro.
Oh my gosh,
like
dude.
he was a ginormous monster of a guy, just big old biceps, big old shoulders, right? But he died at like 46 years old. Like,
and that's
when you're pushing growth like that, it isn't just your muscles growing, your liver's growing, your heart's growing.
What was this guy's name?
Rich Piana, Piana.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh,
dude, he is so big, dude. And yeah, he didn't make it. I think he was 46. I think
that's unfortunate, dude.
But really he didn't care, dude. He would literally get up in the morning. There's documentaries you can watch on. He'd get up in the morning, dude. He'd have his BCAAs right next to his bed, and he'd push growth, 2 IUs of growth, take his BCAAs and start his day, and then he would go work out. Do all this stuff, pushing growth constantly throughout the day.
Dude, when I see that, like I said, that's taking health to an unhealthy level. That's also like, what in your brain is telling you need to keep going?
It's got to be like for me, it's probably the same thing as like a guy who gambles, a person who's addicted. It becomes an addiction.
Yeah, it has to be, because I'm saying when I look at that picture,
dopamine dump, it's that all that stuff.
Yeah,
dude.
The picture of that guy, I'm like, that is a cartoon. I have seen. You know who that guy is? That guy is the bad guy from League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. When he takes, when was the last time you saw that movie?
It's been, dude, I saw it when it first came out. I know who's in it, like Sean Connery. Yeah. I have not.
Okay, so when one of the bad guys takes the Dr. Jekyll mixture, but he takes way too much of it, and he gets just massively enormous. That is who that guy is.
Well, dude, Rich is a big boy, man. He doesn't play. I can't remember how big his biceps got, but look at him, dude. He's huge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
His waist is probably a 34, dude, but his shoulders, he's broad. He's,
dude,
ginormous.
It is a straight cartoon character. That is what he is. This is an unreal. Nobody could ever possibly look like this in real life, yet he does. Or did, I should say. That's a very sad fact.
I'm looking to see if I can find out who the bad guy is in Extreme.
Well, he's kind of like a side bad guy. He's not the main bad guy. But he's at the very, very end. Oh, well, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
No.
But
all right. So
anyway,
I got my grievance out of the way.
Grievance is gone.
Yeah. You got anything else?
You don't. No, not really. Not this week. I've been
happy?
I wouldn't call it happy, but I've been around. I've been fine.
Oh, that's good. That's good. You have not been bothered.
I haven't wanted to throat punch anybody at the gym, so that's good.
Hey, you know what? That's progress.
That's a win. I mean, it's still, because school started. High school's back in.
So those tools are out there.
Yeah, some of these, broccoli-haired kids aren't running around so much.
Kids.
You know?
Dude, it's funny. I was just making this joke because I said this to my buddy. I'm like, they all look like llamas. Or alpaca, excuse me. They all look like alpacas. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, that's true. But, wings weren't that great when we were younger either. I'm like, dude, wings were so much better than this. But I know that is just my bias. Like, the fact that, like, every... it's so funny to me.
They do. That's a good way to put it. That's a good analogy because that's exactly how they look.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of alpacas out there, man.
Dude, they're so dumb. And they're sandals, bro. I'll never understand.
Going to the gym with sandals?
Yeah, that
doesn't make any sense.
The style is just so bad.
Dude, you don't got to preach this to me, dude. I do not understand.
I'll never understand.
I thought all of the things from the 90s that we'd recognized and said, you know what, we're going to move on beyond this. Everybody, we learned our lesson. Somehow for that to have come back so big, and not just pieces of it, like
it's all back, of it. It's all back.
I can't believe that we're not listening to boy bands right now.
Oh, I can't wait.
And Britney hasn't made Britney hasn't made this massive comeback as like the queen of all. Like
or we don't have somebody starting it again.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like somebody coming back into the scene, trying to just get back into like the dancing and stuff like that. And the boy band stuff.
One Direction was a decade too early, even though they had a fantastic run there.
Right.
They sucked my wife in, dude. She was way into it.
Yeah. So it's not grievance. So it's funny. I don't know why my mind went, but you grew up down here. Did you guys have at your high school? Did they have senior assassins? Have you heard of this?
No, I have no idea what this is.
Okay, this is kind of cool actually. So Allie, she's a senior, right? So they do this thing at all the schools. It's on social media and stuff. But like, so you basically you have like teams. You form teams throughout the school year, and everybody you got to pitch in to play. It's $20 to play for the year, and the whole thing is you cannot get squirted with a squirt gun, or else you're out. Oh, and then you can pay to get back in twice, I guess I just learned today. But after that, you're done for the year. So like and so church is safe, school is safe. If you go to like a game, and Allie's going to correct everything I'm saying because I'm sure I'm wrong on some of this, but
call her up.
That's fine. Yeah, but so if you go to like a high school football game and there's a theme, if you're dressed in the theme, then you're safe. But other than that, dude, like it's fair game. So like
everyone's going around the whole town with super
she's
soldiers?
like, oh, dude, she's like that. She bought her own guns. They're like automatic battery powdered squirt guns. So she's like, dude, Dad, I need you to go outside like before. Like she's telling Lexi to go out and like, hey, scope it out before I go out there.
That's
like,
very cool.
Constantly, and it's just a cool game, and I'm like, man, that'd be fun to play. Like they do some dumb stuff right now. This whole like, have you seen the kid backpack things they do?
No.
All the seniors wear like
baby backpacks.
Like no, like they're like Allie's is a Cars backpack.
Okay, yeah,
that kind of thing.
I
right?
did see Allie post that one.
Yeah. So I mean that's kind of the backpack thing that they do, which I'm like, okay, whatever. But
I gotta be honest, man, I would have totally rocked a TMNT baby.
I'm sure. Oh yeah, 100%, right. Yeah. All day long Ninja Turtles for sure, or Transformers, right?
Yeah, dude.
Absolutely.
Original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Oh yeah, let's go. I'd love that backpack, dude. But so that they do this senior assassin, or I think it's senior assassins, and I just think it'd be really cool to do. Wait, but like, dude, and she's got friends that are not in her group, so like you got to be careful. And if you're at work, they can get you at work. They can get you when you come out of work. They just, dude, it's just
that is
fair
cool.
game.
That is cool. That almost kind of reminds me of like, do you remember that movie came out? It was called Tag.
Yeah.
It was the real life story.
I want to play, dude, I would do it right now.
I think it'd be so fun.
If we could get, dude, I was just talking to guys at work. Like the problem is you need to get like 7 or 8 guys to actually commit, right? And not people that all live in the same area, which I mean, sure. But like if I would play in a heartbeat, if you could get 7 or 8 people, 10 people just to say, look, from here on out, for the next 20 years. Same rules. Tag. We'll have kind of figured out. But I would play in a heartbeat,
dude. I thought it was so cool. The whole concept was cool, and now this whole like a senior assassin thing sounds very similar.
Yeah,
very cool in that regard.
Yeah, and dude, Tag was such a great movie. All those actors did such a phenomenal.
I actually never saw the movie, but I knew the concept of the movie. No, here's my thing. This happens to me all the time.
We're gonna watch it.
There's a lot of movies out there that I still want to see. If I don't see it like opening week, and I'm probably not going to see it.
No, bro. You watch Tag. You and Chalet can sit and watch Tag in bed, dude. It is so funny.
I'll try it.
It's good adult humor. It's not too crazy.
Hey, speaking of which, did you watch Bullet Train? I even sent you the link.
Jana's seen it though. Yeah, she said she remembers it. But I'm like, no.
Dude, I even sent you the link. All you gotta do is click it and watch it. It's on Hulu. Everyone's got Hulu.
I do have Hulu.
I actually knew you have Hulu because you watch TV on there. So I was like, yeah, he'll have this one.
Yeah,
Dude, you'll enjoy it, man. It's a fun one.
I started watching Ted Lasso.
Oh, Ted Lasso's good. All right, you can hold off.
I only got into the first pilot episode on the Stairmaster, and I'm kind of like, it's getting there, but it's like, I don't know.
It's just smiling, dude. It's not one of those ones. It's got moments where you'll laugh really hard.
Yeah.
But for the most part, at the end of every episode, you're going to be like smiling. That's what it is. Like I found myself, I'm like a goofy smile throughout every episode, where you're just like, man, this is good stuff.
He's weird. He plays a weird character for a guy in England.
You're gonna. It's pretty deep. Yeah. It's a lot deeper than it appears to be.
Yeah.
I really like the show. If you're watching Ted Lasso, cool.
I literally just started it.
You can put Bullet Train on the back burner, but make sure you get into it. All right, that's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna try. It's hard. It's hard to stay focused, but you need to watch Tag, dude. That is probably one of my favorite movies. Like not favorite
comedies of the last while.
Yeah, it's just good. And I think it's Jeremy Renner.
Renner.
He's like the king in that movie. He's never been tagged, bro. The entire time they've ever played. Dude, you got to watch it. It is so funny. And the things, the lengths they go through, and it's all based on a true story.
See, that's the part that I would want to watch about is the fact that it's based on real events. Like,
and they show the people at the end. Like they show them actually playing the game at the end and how they were dressed up to get them and how they dress up and how it all came to light. But dude, it is so funny. It is a little bit, it's definitely more of an adult humor in certain parts, but it is hilarious, dude.
Dude, I want to watch it now. I'll give it a chance. I'll give it a chance.
I watch it every time it's on Hulu. When it's on TV, we sit and watch it all the time. Like that's it. I have no problem watching that movie.
Thank you for taking a break real quick here in the middle of the episode of JJ and Pug Show you are currently listening to, whichever day that may be. We wanted to say thank you again for taking the time to listen to our show, listen to our antics, listen to our takes, and listen to these sometimes ridiculous opinions we come up with, which are 100% organic and truthful and true to ourselves. Having said all of that, you know what you need to do. You need to share this podcast with your friends. Send it to them. Let them know that you're listening. Let them know what you like about it. And most importantly, reach out to us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok to give us that feedback and let us know the things that you would like for us to talk about. That way we can give you, our fans, the things that you both want and need and improve our show positively each and every single episode. The second thing that you need to do is reach out to us and buy a shirt. Show everyone your support of the JJ and Pug Show by wearing that awesome shirt that we had designed with our amazing logo on there. And that way all your friends will know what the best show to listen to when they got some time to put the headset in and listen to some awesome fun stuff. Again, thank you for everybody for all the support. We're going to get back to the show right about now. Completely off topic.
Wait,
you got something.
Good, bad movie just played yesterday. I wanted to know your thoughts on that.
Okay.
G.I. Jane. Yes or no?
I actually never seen G.I. Jane. That's the one with Demi Moore, right?
Yeah, where she goes into Navy SEALs.
Yeah, I've actually never seen G.I. Jane. No, I've never seen it.
I was talking about it. I always watch it. I can't help it. I just think it's so cool how, like, I don't even know why. It's not like it's I don't know. It's kind of dumb, but kind of not. It's a good, bad movie to me.
Yeah.
And my family's like, no, this is just a bad movie. And I'm like, no, but I can't not watch it. I don't know why.
See, I have never seen it. I remember the trailers on TV when I was younger, back when you used to watch TV and there were commercials. I remember that. I remember there's like something where she shaved her head.
She does.
There's a whole talk about, oh my gosh, Demi Moore shaved her head.
And she actually shaves her head.
That's
in the movie.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
She actually does it. Yeah.
That was why it was a big deal. Like she actually did it, and she was back in that day. Dude, Demi Moore was like she was like a 10.
And she is in that movie. She got a shaved head, but she is a slamming body in the movie. And she, they show her working out and stuff. And she looks great. But you're like, I don't know, like it'd be crazy. And the whole premise is based on the fact that like one of it is a female going to the Navy SEALs, but do men value the life of a woman more than they do another man?
Oh, that's interesting.
And it's interesting in the sense of, because they talk about it in the movie, and of course it's a movie, but it does make you wonder why there are very few women Navy SEALs, if any.
Yeah.
Because men seem to be like, if they go down, they seem to want to tend to that person longer if it's a female, just because other countries have done it, right? They put these in these special forces, and the problem is men have a hard time pushing past and leaving a female behind because it's instinctive, I think, right? It's our human nature.
Yeah.
Versus another male, like you go down, hey, it's step over, let's go, we're still pushing.
Yeah.
Whereas the female, they just want to say, and they touch on it a little bit in the movie and how it makes it weaker and whatever. But I don't know, I can't help but watch it.
I've never seen it, but the whole concept, I would say. So I you know me, I'm really into World War II.
Yeah.
Have you heard that bit from? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just blanked on his name. He's freaking hilarious. He's a comedian. He does the whole thing. Like, if you're looking at me, you think maybe Downs got me. No, I dodged it.
Oh, yeah. I don't know his name, but I know what you're talking about.
This is going to kill me. This is going to be those moments next week. I'm like, that's that name. He didn't play for the Rams.
I love that skit about the Downs, too.
Oh, dude, it's hilarious.
It kind of looks like it, but no.
I dodged it, man. Give it a head fake. Yeah, dude. That guy's fantastic. He talks about his uncle with Down syndrome. He's always got grilled cheese sandwiches.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna drive me nuts. I can see his face.
I know, yeah. He's wearing a black shirt during that skit.
Yes.
I can't remember his name.
Anyway, so he gives the whole bit about how he's like, listen, I'm really into World War II, which is early onset Republican. It's like, if you're into it, guess what? That's where you're headed.
That's where you're headed.
Republican. It's a whole bit about it, but it cracks me up. I've always been into it my whole life. My whole life I've been really into it, and just I watch some documentaries all the time because there's always something new you learn that you didn't know about. Even about, like, I know a whole lot about the Battle of Stalingrad. I did not know that the Russian army was so, I'm not going to call it like ruthless or desperate. It was so Russian that, like, yeah, they had full divisions of women. Their women were were pilots in their Air Force.
Oh, really?
Which was completely unheard of at that time. Think about it. We're in the 1930s and 40s.
Yeah.
Women didn't do anything outside of the home.
Yeah.
And then when the war started, they worked in the factories. They did not go and fight. But that was not the case with the Red Army, dude. They had those women out there on the front lines and they were fighting. But it is something that I would think that I know for me, even if I know I know my wife is super capable. She is so capable in almost everything that we do. I still cater to her. And I would do the same for any other. Like, I just do. And I don't know if it's because that was the way I was raised. Like, hey, you take care of women, you respect women, you like the whole concept of for the Titanic, women and children first. That kind of thing. I think that's just who we are in our DNA, like down to our roots. We talked about the guy who passed away when Trump was shot.
Yeah,
dove on his family.
Yeah.
Like I want to say that's the way we all are. I know that's the way we all are. But I do think that's a good portion of us are that way.
Well, I think so too. It's just the problem is that the water's gotten kind of muddy now.
Oh yeah,
because of politics, right? We've kind of they made it seem like a bad thing, and it's like it's not a bad thing. That I don't know. It's not even a like. It's not even an equality thing. You know what I mean? Where it's like, hey, I want equal treatment. It's like, no, that's never going to happen. We're never going to go that road. And if we ever do go that road, there's going to be problems we don't want to face. Of true equality. Yeah, oh no, they don't want equality. Equality is a terrible word.
Yeah, because that there's no such thing as true equality. We talked about this a million times.
Well, and equality is I hate the word because when you really use the word, you want equal, you got to really think about what that means. And if you're on the side screaming, we want equality, like really, and a lot of it has to do with it's male, female, it's gender, it's race, it's whatever. But this word equality comes up all the time, and you're like, okay, I understand you're screaming for equality, but equality means something that I don't think you fully understand when you take away all your benefits for the quote unquote inequality that you claim you have.
Yeah.
So if you want to be equal, it means you're going to be like the majority of people that You're saying I don't know. I'm trying to skirt around this in the most politically correct
I know
way.
it's hard to say
because I'm not trying to be. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to go down there. But it's hard. Like equality is a terrible word. It's not the right word, but they use it way too much.
See, and I look at it this way because I'm a parent, and anytime that one of my kids say something isn't fair, I am trying to drill it into their heads that nothing is fair. There is no such thing as fair. Fair doesn't exist in the world. Just because, like, for example, my daughter, she got to her friend's house. Son didn't get to. That's not fair. Sorry. You didn't have a friend to ask.
Yeah.
She did. Fair's got nothing to do with this. Like, that is just the way things go. Sometimes you're going to be able to do things she can't do. And she's going to be upset about it. Sorry. That's the way it goes. That's just the way life is sometimes. Fair's got nothing to do with it.
Like Lexi having to ride the bus and not get a ride home.
Yeah.
Wow, see, it's not fair. Well,
unfair.
Allie, it's
but it's also like, hey, that's the way it goes. That's the point you are. That's a point you are in your life right now. So yeah, equality is it's a dangerous term because there's no such thing as true equality.
No, there's not. There never will be. And this, you have to. People who scream equality, if they really want it, they're going to have to give up what they have.
Yeah.
And that's not going to happen.
No.
It's just not. That's the reality. But it's hard to skirt this as much as we can, but I could spend an hour talking about this specific thing, but I won't.
Yeah.
But it's because it's so funny how that word just gets overused, and I understand what they mean, what they're trying to say, but what they're saying is not what the word they're using is not right.
Yeah. And that's where we come down to words matter.
Yeah.
Words matter. Gosh, it's going to kill me if I can't remember that guy that did not play for the Rams, who I said played for the Rams. I'm going to have to re-listen to the episode to find out.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I know. It's only because you didn't make the mistake. So it's not not that earworm in your head that's just killing you. For me, that's what it is right now. It's like, I made the mistake and I can't. That's yours is competitive. That's mine. I hate being wrong about things like that. Like, I'm like, no, I know better. I knew better.
You can't move on until you figure it out.
All right, dude. Well, do you want anything else you want to do to wrap up this one before we jump into the next one?
What are we at right now?
We didn't say that we were going to do this. We're going to do a 2-part thing. This one was just, my grievance was about parenting. I do have the top
10 breakfast foods in America.
Okay. Hey, you know what? I'm game. Let's do this.
See if you can hit all 10 of these.
All right. 10 breakfast foods.
So these are, now this is as right now, as from like culinary.com or something like that, right?
Okay.
They're the top 10 breakfast foods in America as of right now.
Okay.
And it's kind of like, it's pretty...
Are we talking generic or are we talking like specific brands?
No, like we're talking like the type of food. Like,
okay.
You're talking like, so it's top 10 breakfast foods in the USA.
Okay. So I'm going to say cereal is going to be on there. Cold
number
cereal.
6.
Okay. Number 6. Oh, really? Only number 6. I would have thought that would have been much higher.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second. I got to get my list here so I can write these down. Remember which ones I've done already. Also, did not know this is the road we're going down, but I'm happy with it. All right, so cereal number 6. Obviously, eggs are on there.
Nope, they're not top 10.
Okay, whatever that list is wrong now.
I agree, and it's funny where I watch. I'm like, really, it's not. But there are a lot of like. I don't think a lot of people eat as much eggs as we think. There are people who eat eggs, eat a ton of eggs.
I just can't think of who don't eat eggs. If we're talking about breakfast, like if people take the time to eat breakfast,
how do you not have eggs?
How do you not take it? I know. Okay, pancakes.
Pancakes number 2.
Number 2.
Mm-hmm. This is based on culinary.com. It doesn't mean it's right. I'm just saying.
I got some serious questions with the way they came up with this list. All right, so waffles.
Okay, so I'll give you chicken and waffles is number 3.
Chicken and waffles? Yep. See, this... Okay. All right. I am...
You got to remember, this is the U.S., not just here.
No, I know, but how many people are making chicken and waffles for breakfast?
It's really popular. I don't like it, but I think it's delicious. Popular.
But I'm not going through the effort of frying up chicken for breakfast.
Yeah, but these are just top 10 like things you're eating for breakfast. Like these are people eating them. And they do. They get eaten. Like, and it's breakfast foods. It doesn't necessarily mean it's for breakfast, but you're talking, dude. That is a huge craze right now.
Okay.
It is huge.
I know. I guess in my brain,
I don't agree with it, but it's huge.
I guess I'm looking at it and I'm thinking in the Family Feud kind of answer. Like, hey, this is what everyone's doing versus no, this is what maybe restaurants are doing. Is that more of what
Everything.
it is?
It can be anything because you can have all this at your house. Like you can eat all this right now.
Okay. All right. French toast.
French toast is number 9.
Okay. You know the thing that bothers me about those last 3 that I just gave you? It's basically all the same thing.
Kind of.
And French toast is
sense.
eggs.
So listen, I have found this recipe that I'm going to try when I can eat. So you take like Wonder Bread and you cut off this crust, right? Which I don't know why I like the crust.
Oh, no.
Whatever.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And you flatten it out with a roller and you take a cooked sausage link and you roll the sausage link up in that bread and then you put it in the French toast mix and put it on the griddle. And dude, syrup on top. It's like little sausage logs, bro. It looks so good. It looks so good, man.
All right. This is oatmeal?
Nope.
I wouldn't think that. I was just thinking that maybe there's like
It's weird you haven't
smoothie.
Nope. It's weird you haven't guessed these 2 things. Like there's 2 things that I think
Biscuits and gravy.
Nope. They're like an item that you eat with breakfast. All like it's
bacon and
bacon. Bacon's number 1.
Bacon
right?
and sausage.
Number 10 is sausage. Bacon's 1. Sausage is 10.
Okay, because I was thinking bacon and eggs. Bacon and eggs would be my number 1,
but it's
not
bacon.
the eggs.
Yeah,
it's just bacon.
Bacon's number 1
and sausage. Okay.
So you have 3 left, I think.
I have 4 left. I got 4 left. I got 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 10. I need 4, 5, 7, and 8. And I've said a couple of them. I'm trying to think. Okay, so if I were to go, omelets.
Nope, because
I said no eggs. Yeah. Dude, who doesn't love an omelet? Come on.
I know.
This list is flawed. Okay, and no biscuits and gravy, which is unfortunate because let me tell you what, biscuits and gravy are
they are.
The biscuits and gravy I know I make for breakfast
Yeah.
are delicious. I have been to restaurants where it's not, so
I mean, okay,
it could
but
be.
yeah.
But okay.
But what else do you have? Think of items on a plate.
Yeah, items on a plate.
Think of
not
that.
Scrambled eggs, bacon.
For me, it's a staple. Like I have to have it with breakfast. I have to have this with
Orange
it.
juice?
No, on the plate.
On the plate. You've got to have
Dude, it ties the entire plate together for me.
maple syrup.
Nope.
It's an actual item that you eat, not a topping.
No, it's an item.
Okay,
sure.
and it's not an egg, which is really weird because this is coming from you saying you have to have it.
And you're gonna be like, oh yeah, duh.
Okay, so bacon, sausage, pancakes, waffles. I'm at a loss.
It's a starch.
A starch. Potatoes?
Yeah, like home fries.
Hash browns? Okay.
Number 5.
Okay.
And for me, dude, it's like, so today I made these, what were they? They're breakfast tacos. So you smash, like you take a tortilla and you smash raw sausage on it and you put it in the pan. And then once the sausage is cooked, you flip it over and you put eggs and stuff on it. And, that I used.
You didn't eat this? How can you do this to yourself?
I don't know.
That is another level of
Lexi asked me the same thing. She's like, "How do you?" And I'm like, "You know what's funny? It's almost therapeutic to make it. I don't need to eat it, but I like to make it."
Unbelievable.
Dude, I used the waffle iron and smashed tater tots in it and made them like super crispy.
Oh my god!
And put those on top too. Oh, bro, it was so good.
Dude, I don't know how you do this. I really don't.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm honestly in awe about every single time I get like the one that you sent me today. What was it? The chicken tender, the fried chicken tender. I'm like, I don't know how you do this, man. I don't know how you do this.
Dude, it's so bad. I don't know.
It absolutely crushes me. Like
today was hard. I love breakfast food. I could eat breakfast pretty much.
Breakfast is
meal.
delicious. I think, wasn't that one of the questions the girls asked us? Like, would you rather like no breakfast or something like that? Like the idea of no breakfast, like
sounds dumb. No.
Yeah, breakfast foods are the best.
I gotta have breakfast foods.
All right, so hash browns.
So yeah, but now the 3 you have left are like. They are like
fruit salad.
No, they're just like what you would order per se, right? They're not so much like an item on a plate. They're what you would order. If that makes sense. Like think about it like a menu item, like an entree for breakfast. Not so much of like just the bacon or just the sausage. Or
so whatever, like a sausage, egg, and cheese, or like a egg McMuffin
like
type thing.
Okay, a burrito, right?
Oh, a breakfast burrito.
Okay, number 7.
Eggs. You're not having a breakfast wrap.
I know.
Yeah,
you're not wrong. And there's the other ones. What you said, breakfast sandwich, like an egg McMuffin, same thing. So that's number 8.
So
you got 7 and 8.
What specifically was it?
Breakfast wrap is number 7. Number 8 is breakfast sandwich. So anything it just says breakfast sandwich of some type.
Okay.
And so you're only missing number 4.
Okay, so at least the eggs are being represented.
And this one,
not specifically,
but they're in. Yeah, I'm sure they're in those for sure. This last one is a very popular thing now. It's kind of come around It's not something that I ever grew up eating, but I'd eat it now. I've eaten it now, and it's great. But it's super... What's the word? Trendy, I think is the
like
word.
A brunch type thing?
I don't know if it's brunch.
It's not a drink, though.
No. Okay. It's a food, but it's like, again, it's an entree type thing. And it's super trendy in like the hippie, like the new like hip places now.
Yeah. And it's not granola.
No.
Dude,
no.
I have no idea.
Avocado toast.
Oh.
And it is a big thing. But have you been to Hash Kitchen?
No, I haven't.
Okay. It's like it's literally a club for breakfast, like a brunch club, right? Like it's DJ, whatever, but they have giant avocado toast, like on brioche bread. It's like, it is literally like 2 or 3 inches thick. It's amazing.
Dude, it cracks me up when you say that, because I feel like economists love to blame all of the financial woes that millennials and Gen Zs go through on avocado toast. I feel like that has been like the biggest point, that they're always like, well, if you guys weren't buying so much avocado toast, it's like, bro, that has nothing to do with the fact that the house just like tripled in price.
Yeah,
like,
not.
I'm sorry, like
nothing to do.
Give me something to enjoy in my life. I can't buy a house, so I got this.
But avocado toast is pretty good.
I will have to try that, because that is actually one of those things I never have tried.
It's I would like, if you go to Hash Kitchen, I would tell you order it there. That's a good place to try it, because it's going to be really good. You can make it here. But I don't know how they I don't know what they put, because some places literally just smash an avocado. Some people add a little bit of something to it, almost like a guacamole, but not with all the crap in it. It's more like a Chipotle guac versus like a traditional tomatoes and onion guac like they make. But avocado toast is not bad.
Where's this place you're talking about? Where is it at?
Hash Kitchen. It's a new one. It's on Wrecker and Williamsfield.
Okay, well that's
right by the Fry's
home.
there.
That's home for me. I literally grew up on Wrecker and Ray. That's home.
Yeah, it's right there. It's by that. It's in that new district where the Fry's is at. Yeah. It's just west of the Fry's. And you have to, if you and Chalet go, you'll probably get sat pretty quickly, but just not two. But you go on a Saturday, it's good. It's popping, bro. Like it's literally a DJ. It's a nightclub, but for breakfast. Like it's crazy. There's loud music. I mean, you can say we sat at a bar last time we went, just because it was for immediate seating, and it was totally fine. But yeah, there's not. It is a crazy cool environment, and it closes at like 2:00
in the afternoon. Mm-hmm. Dude, isn't it crazy how many places don't do dinner and that are able to maintain business?
It's genius. Because that's where a lot of people, I think, get sucked away from their families, is when you, and I've seen my brother-in-law owned a restaurant. You're there late. It's just your hours. You can't leave your money there. But when you're closed at 2, you shut down at 2, you're gone by 3. You got to be back by 5 a.m. the next morning. But hey, you know what? Like I've got the whole night with my family.
But it's just crazy to think that they can get that much revenue in just the morning. Because I can't go to breakfast. I may be able to go once a week. Like I can't go all the time. So it's, obviously there are retirees out there that is literally that is their life. They wake up to go to breakfast.
To be that. I want to be the guy that goes to the same place, orders the same food, sits at the same table, and has like the same waitress or waiter, and they just know me by name.
Dude, there's been a couple of times in my life where I've gotten that for lunch, and the minute they find out and they know my name, they start putting in my order before I get there. I'm like, I gotta stop coming. It's my sign that I'm doing it too much.
No, that's my sign that they just pay attention. They appreciate your business.
No, it's rarely that. I would say it's not that. I appreciate that, but it's my sign. I'm like, hey, I'm coming here way too often, and I need to back it off. I need to stop doing this to myself.
Dude, I couldn't even tell you how much money I put into Sushi Neko, I bet, over the last couple of years. Because every Friday is $60 every Friday, and they know me by name. They know me by order. Like they don't really. They know that I like 8 gingers, like packages of 8 stacks of ginger. Like they just know, and I'm like, I don't even care because it is so good. But
you're a big sushi guy? I'm not a big sushi guy.
I like rolls. I don't like sashimi, like the fresh stuff on top. I'm almost like I'm like a halfway sushi, because I don't mind like the crab rolls or like the cream cheese mix in the middle, the California roll stuff. I would dabble in some other stuff to try it for sure, but tuna. Maybe. Salmon, definitely not. You know what I mean? More with the whitefish stuff for sure, but I don't know. I love just a basic crunchy creamy California roll with that eel sauce and some whatever on it. That's all I need. I don't need craziness.
Yeah, see, I never had sushi that was so good to me that it made me want to come back for it. Like it's always been one of those things where like if the group's going, I'll go. No big deal. But I'm also the guy that has such an unrefined palate that fries is great for me. I'll go to Fry's and get their sushi there.
Sam's
and I'm good with
Club
that.
Has phenomenal sushi.
Oh, really?
They make it fresh.
Where is the closest Sam's Club? Is
right by Costco on the market?
Oh, that's right. There is one there. I totally forgot about that.
I go there every week.
So the only one that I was thinking of was all the way up on Gilbert and Guadalupe. I'm like, dude, you're going there all the time. That's a long drive.
And they literally have a lady. I think there's two ladies. They're two Asian ladies. That's what their whole job is. They make sushi, and it's $8 for like a good size roll of sushi. It is always phenomenal. They're the nicest ladies. If you want something specially made, you just tell them through the window and they'll make it for you. Like, dude, it is so good for Sam's Club sushi.
Yeah, for what it is.
You're not. I mean, it's not high grade, $40 roll sushi, but it is. I mean, hey, I'm walking through Sam's Club. Oh, hey, I can get a roll for $8. I'm gonna munch on that when I get in the car.
Yeah,
it's good.
That's one of those things where, like, anytime that somebody's give me a recommendation, I always appreciate it when they give it like with the caveat of for what it is.
Yeah.
Me and my brother-in-law Ricky talk about this all the time. It's like anytime we tell someone, hey, you gotta try this out, and they come back like, hey, it wasn't that great. It's like, well, were you expecting gourmet?
Yeah, you're like, bro, it's a QT taquito.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good, but it's not like.
let's get our perspective right, man. Like, I tell people, like, there's a restaurant out here, and it's in a Chevron gas station. Okay, so get your perspectives where they need to be. Are we talking gourmet burger? No, but is it better than every other fast food chain burger place out here? By miles.
Yeah,
it's better than that. Is it better than a gourmet burger from like a legitimate set down
Zen burger or something? Yeah.
No, it's not, because that's not what it is. It's a grill outside of a gas station. So, I mean, come on.
With American cheese.
No. That is like, dude, okay, even that thing you sent me with the bologna, I'm like, okay, I could eat the bologna, but the minute I see the American cheese, I'm like, what are we doing here?
Okay, listen. Take the American cheese out. It's just the whole idea. Did you see how big that? He smoked that bologna, bro.
It was amazing.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
But my thing is, I don't like bologna. I would eat that because I looked at that and say the constant basting of it, rotating, the smoke. I'm like,
you've never had like a bologna and cheese and egg sandwich?
Have I had it? Yes. Do I like it? No, I don't like bologna.
So you've at least tried it.
Okay. Yeah. But here's also my thing. I will try just about anything at least once.
Yeah.
Because I hate. My daughter does this, okay? Kempsey does this all the time. Drives me nuts. Where she's like, I don't like that. I'm like, yeah, you do. You just ate this last week. You just didn't know that's what you were eating.
Yeah.
And now that you see it.
Now that you know what it is.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I don't like that. I'm like, no, you like onions, okay? Onions are in everything. Everything I make, I'm slicing up an onion because it gives it the flavor. Now, if you had a raw onion, you're going to like that? Probably not. But off of a skillet, yeah, you're going to like it. Dude, the one that gets me is so when I would butter something, put butter on a bowl of broccoli, right? Put some butter on there and we'll put it on the table. Oh, I don't like butter. I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about.
When you say butter, okay, are you using like Country Crock, like old school butter, or are you using like actual butter? Dude,
I wish I could where do I find real butter?
Costco has it.
I don't go to Costco very often. I'm not a bulk like Costco, Sam's Club shopper very often. And it's because I hate going and dealing with the crowds there.
Go on like a Thursday night for date night after dinner. There's nobody there, bro. Like Thursday night, you go like right before they close, like half an hour before they close. There ain't nobody in that store, bro. You can do that all. If that's your problem, that's the best time to go.
That's my biggest problem. It is.
But they do have actual butter there. Like we get it for all kinds of stuff because I grew up a Country Crock, or I can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah.
You know the tub that like when you're done with it, you use it as Tupperware?
Yeah.
That's what I grew up.
100%
That's what I want, and I can't have it in my house.
Oh, yeah, because that's right.
Yeah,
I remember you telling me.
Bougie freaking people, bro. Like,
but I want real butter. And I want to do real butter because I've seen a couple of, I'm not going to call them studies. I'm going to call them hypotheses that one of the declines in our mental faculties as a society is because we've completely cut out cholesterol because we were told it was bad for us. And what they're finding is there's a lot of the brain is made up of cholesterol. And when you start removing this, and by the way, I am not citing anything because I am not going to say that it's absolute science yet. Yeah. So anybody out there, I'm thinking of one guy in particular who I know listens. I'm not going to tell you that this is science. I'm going to tell you this is a theory out there that this might be the case. And one of the reasons why is because we started taking out cholesterol of everything. We started doing fake butter for everything, and margarine just became what we used. And according to these people out there, they're saying the decline starts here, and you can kind of track the change in our diets over time.
Didn't they say that eggs used to be like make you have high cholesterol?
Yeah. And then this was very recently when we find out that cholesterol is not bad. It's not bad. bad cholesterol
types,
is. Right.
Yeah.
But like overall cholesterol overall is not bad.
Because I never really believed the whole egg thing because I grew up eating eggs. And then up until recently, because of this whole thing, I was eating like 12 a day.
See, my whole thing about when we talk about things that we've been eating as a human species for, I don't know, forever. And we're like, oh, that's not good for you. Like, no, you're wrong. Maybe the way that we're producing it now is not healthy, but the item itself, that didn't change.
That hasn't changed at all.
Yeah, maybe the way that we were raising those chickens and the chickens, the way that they're producing those eggs, maybe that's what's wrong. Maybe we need to go back to people having chicken coops in their backyard, collecting those eggs.
That'd be so dope.
Yeah,
I wish I could.
I'm not going to do it because I'm lazy. I'm just going to admit it right now.
Dude, there's nothing you have to do. You just put up once you build it.
You say that.
You have to do, except for down here, it's hot. It is hot down here.
It's not just that. In my neighborhood in particular, I know of 3 people whose chickens have been killed by coyotes. Coyotes jump the fence, get in the coop, a whole flock's done.
You build a legit little thing for them, right? Like it ain't gonna happen.
Well, maybe.
You don't worry about a hawk. You got to have a top over the side.
That was another one. Yeah. That was another one where a guy had said that he forgot to put the lid on, and he came outside. 13 of his chickens broken necks. Because of a hawk came out there and started just tearing them up. Oh. It's just crazy stuff like that. We're like, dang, dude.
But down here, you got to worry about like Kara has them, and they have she's got to put ice out there for them to be around like blocks of ice for them to peck at. So in the valley, it's hard. Like I can imagine that being harder. But when I grew up, it snowed, and then they kind of shut down. They just kind of stay in their coop. But dude, it was all your leftover food. So I'll tell you this: my daughter, they work for a lady who they babysit for, whatever, right? Well, she's got chickens. And all she feeds them is grain food, right? And immediately from having chickens, I was like, she needs to feed them people food. And I'm like, you can tell when you crack the egg, it sticks every time. It sticks to the shell and all that stuff. That don't happen when you feed them the junk and all the nutrients.
The leftover crap.
I'm telling you, there is a giant difference in the way eggs they come out of them, and they taste so much different. And it's like they have a more solid egg to them than they are. I'm literally almost every egg I would crack here, they would the yolk would stick to the inside, then it would be a broken yolk when I put it in,
which pisses me off.
Yeah, now I got to make another egg, right? That doesn't even count as an egg. If I have 4 eggs and one's broke, I'm making another one because that one doesn't count.
You said that doesn't even count. Maybe totally think of it's one nacho.
It's one nacho.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Doesn't count.
Silverman.
Hey, it doesn't count. It's just one nacho. It's a broken yolk. It doesn't count. I'm gonna have another one.
Slap that right on top and then put another one on top of that one just to make it work. Oh yeah, no broken yolks. Dude, there's the two. I hate broken yolks and I love double yolks, bro. You get a double yolker, bro.
That feels like you just hit the lottery. That really does. It feels so
for
good.
Sure, dude. Oh.
All this talk about eggs and yolks, dude. I was just thinking about one of the thoughts that went through my mind. I'm like, am I ever going to really be able to hunker down and really lock in on this strict diet? Because my neighbor brings over a fresh sourdough loaf every Thursday. And I look forward to it. Dude, I kid you not. The last 2 weeks, I have had dreams Wednesday night about that bread. And I'm just like, I don't know if I can cut this out. Dude, I don't know if I can.
Is that they must have a really good starter and they just consistent with it. And
she's
going to feed it all the time.
She's getting to the point where she's feeding the whole neighborhood. Like people are finding out about it and they're paying her. Like, hey, I want a loaf. How much are you going to charge me for a loaf type thing? And dude, she did this one with cheddar and jalapeno.
Okay, I'm going to need that. I'm going to need that. Can you... October 10th when we get back. It's a Thursday.
Let's do it, dude. I'll let her know. I'll put in the order.
I put in the order. I want a jalapeno
cheddar one. It was she made 2 this 2 weeks ago. One was a jalapeno and cheddar for me, and the other one was a regular one for Chalet. And I could not have been happier.
Oh, dude, I would sit on the couch and just plow through that whole thing, dude.
when she knocked on the door, I opened it up. I told her, you have no idea. I dreamt about this last night. I was dreaming about this right here. It's so good. It's like one of those simple pleasures in life that I did not realize. I've always known I like sourdough. I didn't realize I liked it to this level, to an unhealthy addict's level.
With jalapeno and cheddar in it too. Oh man,
it was really good, dude.
All infused in it.
Oh yeah,
that's like that. Bosa Donuts has a jalapeno cheddar croissant.
That sounds real good, dude. I don't even like croissants.
You don't even need to put they're warm, so you don't have to put anything, eggs or nothing. You literally just eat it the way Dude, I'm telling you, it is phenomenal. But the problem is, if you show up at 7, they're gone. You've got to show up at 6, 5:30, 6 o'clock, and you got to grab. I usually get like 4 of them. I don't care about anybody in line, bro. I'm like, screw you. I'm here. I'm gonna get.
That's the way it works, man. Yep. I sacrifice to get here on time.
Here. I don't care. I'll take I'll sell them out. I don't care. I want them.
And throw some eggs in there.
Oh, bro,
crack that open and put some eggs in it.
Oh, and they'll do it there. They'll make an egg sandwich out of it. But the problem is their yolk. They don't make it like,
yeah, scrambled eggs.
I don't want that. But I want. Oh, dude, it is so good. Like,
isn't it funny how really there is a massive difference between a fried egg with a runny yolk and scrambled eggs? It's the same. It's an egg, but the difference is vast.
And what's weird is how there are people who won't eat a fried egg. Like they're like, no, I can't. I got to have it scrambled. I'm like, dude, Allie, scrambled all day. She won't eat a fried egg.
She prefers scrambled, but she'll eat a fried egg.
Allie won't even she's like, no, it's scrambled. And I'm like,
she just doesn't like the yolk. Is that what it is? Because that's Shale's thing. She doesn't like the yolk.
Yeah. I'm like, that's the best part.
I know.
Like, dude, you could pop a bunch of yolks in like a tin, and I would just dip bread in it all day.
My favorite thing is because again, y'all have been listening to this. Piece of toast, fried egg on top, and when you take a first bite and that yolk just starts dripping out. I love just taking that bread afterwards and just cleaning my plate.
It's a sponge, baby.
Exactly.
It's a sponge.
Get all that yolk back up in there, dude.
Yep, absolutely.
And with that being said, stay fresh, cheese bags.
And like fat kids, which is relevant right now.
Yes,
we're out. The JJ and Puck Show theme song is written, composed, and performed by Lane Hartman. Thank you to Highland Communities for the support of our show. You can find the JJ and Puck Show on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and anywhere you listen to your podcast. Just Google us if you're confused. Remember to share the show with your friends and family. Subscribe wherever you listen. Buy a shirt, reach out to us, and place an order. Each shirt is $20, and if we can hand deliver it, we will, but if we have to ship it, it'll be $25. If you're able, feel free to support us by sending a donation to us by going to kfo.com/The JJ and Pug Show. That's ko-fi.com/The JJ and Pug Show. And thanks again to all who listen. We really appreciate your support for our show, and we hope to continue to grow.